Yes, I, people. Yes, I would like to welcome you to another Mikey Live program. How you doing? People, this is where it all happens. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. Now, brace all yourself, people. This is news discussed, not told. So we have a few things to tell you about. In the headlines, missing teen found. 34 accidents for the weekend. Magnitude 3.9 quick hits Grenada. 17-year-old died in a car crash. Donkey race at Karaoke Regatta. We're going to talk about that as well. New date for the Kiddies Carnival. We're talking about the Children's Carnival Frolic. And biker wounded after mishap. All this and more we are going to be telling you about. I want to encourage you to share the program. You see, when you share the program, that's how the world gets to know about it. We want to welcome our viewers on YouTube. We are trying to see if we can expand a bit. So welcome to our YouTube viewers. Folks, you see, when we come back, it's real news in all the Lili Lolo. So what I want you to do is to share the business. Share the business. Let other people know about the business. All right? Now, folks, we want to let you know that the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Duty Free Caribbean and Caribbean Comedy Show and Colombian Emeralds International. Stay tuned. People, when we come back, it's real news in all the little. So brace all yourself. We are coming back.
Comedy after Carnival at the Grenada Trade Center on Friday the 17th, 8 p.m. to see one of the funniest plays around, Kidnap Love by Ricardo Keynes Douglas.
Hello, is this Mrs. Touchstone?
Yes.
We have just kidnapped your husband and we want $50,000. Ah, the woman just trips and hung up the phone. But you sure that is your wife?
Don't miss Kidnap Love. Only $40 in advance. More at the door. Friday the 17th of August, Grenada Trade Center, 8 p.m. Tickets, Grenadian Optical and Gittins Pharmacy in Grand Anse. Sponsors, Hubbards, Netherlands Insurance, Excel Plaza, Rennick and Thompson, Pegs Enterprises, Grenada Cooperative Bank and Grenada Trade Center. Kidnap Love.
Check it this back to school with a sleek new laptop from Quartz. Celerons, i3s, i5s, i7s. We've got it all with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Schooling has never been this easy. Plus, yes, you can even trade in that old laptop for up to 20% off a new one. New school term, new vibes, new smartness. Quartz, bringing value home.
The Caribbean Comedy Show comes to the National Stadium Saturday, 18th August 2018, featuring live from Jamaica, Oliver and his full cast.
Grenada, Oliver Samuels here. Just reminding you that on August 18, me, Oliver Samuels, Volume Maffy Johnson and the crew will be coming down there and performing to you in Frenemy, one of the most hilarious comedy coming out of Jamaica. I want you to bring your families and your friends and have a wonderful evening with Frenemy.
From Trinidad, Larry Joseph and Dolores Alexander.
Joe, I ain't been with another man.
Nicole, another man been with you.
Along with Wendell Etienne. From Barbados, Roman Coke. And from Grenada, Kareem Alexis, Ron Barry, and Bassanio Nicholas. Early bird tickets cost $50 EC, $60 after, and $70 at the door. VIP tickets $200. Call 421-9414 for reservation. Caribbean Comedy Show, Saturday, 18th August 2018, National Stadium.
Does your laundry detergent have enzymes to fight stains, remove by the environment, and safe for washing machines? Clace, A clean home is a Clace home.
And folks, believe it or not, that's what I use now, and it's listener, man. If you're doing hand washing, it's perfect for hand washing. I don't do hand washing, I do the machine wash, and it is just as perfect when it comes to washing with your machines. So you have to try the Clace. You can check out your supermarkets and your shops around Grenada, and you will find it there. And you let me know how it goes, all right? You could thank me later. The National Water and the Sewage Authority, NAWASA, advises consumers in Florida, Grizzly Hill, Guava State, and Central in the parish of St. John that in order to facilitate network maintenance, that your water supply will be interrupted on Wednesday, August 8th between the hours of 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Consumers, you are encouraged to collect and store water in clean covered containers prior to the scheduled interruption in your supply. Please be advised that although the system will be restored at 2 p.m., consumers, especially those who are on higher elevations, may receive your supply within 2 hours after this scheduled restoration period. The authority apologizes for any inconvenience caused and would like to thank you, the general public and so on, for your patience as they work towards the delivery of a safe, adequate, and reliable water supply. Folks, we had last week the finals of the Junior Calypso Monarch, and I am happy to say that it was a really good experience, you know, having to see the young stars come out again in the numbers and so on. It is something that has been worrying me for a while, you know, back in the days, you know. We used to have a lot of participants in the Junior Calypso Monarch. But now, I don't know what's happening. It just seems like the junior, the thing is dying for whatever reason, you know. So, you know, back in the day of the little Natty and Challenger and Little Pinky and so on, the stadium was always, listen, this was the highlight of Children's Carnival Frolic, the Calypso. But now, I know what's going on. I know, you know. So I'm happy to see that at least people are talking about it. They're talking about the participants. They're talking about how it was and so on. So let's hope that it is a step in the right direction. Heidi Charles, she was the winner of this year's competition. She was able to beat last year's winner, Keith Mitchell, and third was Young Legend. Now Heidi did a song named Shame, you know, shame, 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 and yes, shame. You know, I'm really hoping that the Junior Calypso Monarch can get to be exactly where it was back in the day, you know. I mean, when you had people like yours truly winning crown, you know, as Junior Calypso Monarch, you know, it was something that went from the parish level and into the national level. So we need to go back to those days, yeah? And then we would see that affecting the quality of the Calypso that we will get at the senior level. Yeah, so we have to work. We have to big up the GUT. They have a really good program going on in the schools, so that there's going to be a good transition between the young stars and those who transition into the senior category. We're going to talk more about the Children's Carnival Frolic in a moment, but the next story that we need to talk to you about, now that we're talking about culture, is the meet and greet happened this weekend at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. Yes, now persons who were arriving at the airport, they were treated to singing, to jab, to the whole, you know, the whole liquor session and thing. Jefferson Ramirez and the whole, you know, the vibe. So people who were coming into Grenada got a feel of Grenada's carnival. On Saturday, 11th August. Yo, jab, relax. Yo, jab, you go dirty me scream, jab. You go dirty me scream, jab. All right, so folks, I hope that the people who got to experience it really enjoyed that aspect of our mass. Speaking of mass, we had the Carriacou Regatta from the 3rd to the 6th of August. And we had a lot of people going up to Carriacou to experience this. One of the highlights of the Carriacou, the regatta, was the donkey race.
Go! Let's go! All right, don't worry, the race is not going to
folks, the interesting thing about this race is that the man who was most prepared, who got a head start on the race, look at it again, I'm going to pause it on your screen. If you realize there was one man who technically cheated in that race, because his donkey started off with its feet over the line. Look at it. You understand? The man come with helmet, people, all kind of color clothes and things like that, like he's Louis Hamilton. Like Louis Hamilton. But at the end of the race, he was nowhere to be found. Like the donkey GPS fall out a line, something go wrong with the GPS for the donkey, and you know, he had to reroute, but he didn't reroute soon enough, so he got lost somewhere. No. So that was one of the features for the regatta. I understand it was a really, really good one. We've been telling you about an offer that is being on the table right now, placed for Grenadians, and that is from Liat, and we want to remind you of same. You can take advantage of the Liat giveaway special, getaway special that is. You can fly out of Grenada to Barbados on August 8th, 9th, and 10th for just $151 US, one way, tax included. Yes, that's just what you heard. $151 US, one way, tax included. Now, Liat flight 637 leaves Grenada at 6:10 p.m. on August 8th, 9th, and 10th to Barbados, and you can use this special opportunity to go to get your visa, visit your family and friends, or connect to other places like London, Canada, Miami, New York, Panama, and the wider Caribbean. Visit liat.com to make your bookings today. All right, so it's double wins for Grenada, the under 15 football team. We are out there doing things, so we have to big up the women under 15 team. You guys would have heard about it on the weekend, and we have to tell you they won their second game. I think that game was played against St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The first game, August 6th, Grenada won. That's the CONCACAF under 15 girls tournament. All right, it's being played in Florida, the US. All right. Grenada won its first game 2-1 against Dominica, and they played today against, yes, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Well, we mashed the place up once more. Ladies, you did a good job. You made us proud. Folks on the live, I would like to for you to just encourage them by giving them a round of applause. They did good, you know. When they watch it live and they see you giving them some little clap something, they will feel happy about what they have done. Grenada was once again rattled, so they say, the statistics says so, by another quake. This time it's a magnitude 3.9. However, unlike other quakes that has passed before, not many people felt it. In fact, I dare ask the question, did you feel that quake today? Probably what you will hear from most of our viewers is that they didn't. According to the statistics, it happened around 3 today. All right, I don't know. I have heard no one speaking about this quake. In terms of the location of this quake, we can show it on your screen right there. It's more to the south of the island, southeast, somewhere there. I don't know, but I do not know of anyone who would have felt this quake. But of course, we got the statistics from the authorities. 65 kilometers southeast of St. George's, Grenada. All right, and it was located at latitude 11.76 north, longitude 61.24 west, at a depth of 23 kilometers. And again, in terms of its proximity to the closest point on the island, it is 65 kilometers southeast of St. George's, Grenada. In terms of Trinidad, that would have been 124 kilometers north of Arima, Trinidad and Tobago, and 85 kilometers northwest of Tobago. So, folks, did you feel it? Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of people here saying that they did not feel a thing. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't feel it. But 3.9 is relatively strong. 3.9 is relatively strong, but yeah, everybody's saying that they did not feel it. In fact, we've been having quite a bit of quakes in Grenada or in this region. So I do not know if it is something that we really need to take serious in terms of what's really going on. I saw somebody's asking online whether or not it has anything to do with Kick and Jenny. I don't know. I don't know. Kick and Jenny, I guess it would have been more north of the island if that would have been the case. I'm not sure. I'm not the expert in that field, but in terms of the time, let me just get the actual time for you. So because some people will say, oh, well, maybe that's what I felt. I think it was about after 3, so yes, 3:10 p.m. just around 10 past 3 today. All right, good. We are moving on. How are we looking for time? Now, folks, the next story that I want to tell you about, boy, is the Kiddies Carnival, also known as the Children's Carnival Frolic, is now again put off to another date. Now, it was scheduled to happen on Saturday, this Saturday. However, they're saying that it is almost impossible to do so because there are other things happening on that Saturday, and it will be hard to get the stadium ready for that. All right, including the Soca Monarch and so on. You know, people would finish it at the Soca Monarch, say 8 o'clock, and there might be still people lingering, and to get the stadium ready for the Children's Carnival Frolic, it might just be too hard to do that. So they have come up with another plan where the event will be held on Monday, Carnival Monday. So it will happen from 11 a.m. on Monday, and then following that will be the usual pageant. So when they come from the street, it will happen. The pageant will follow the Kiddies Carnival, and they are saying that, you know, they are trying to see the best way, you know, that they can work things out. All right. The Junior Panorama, however, will happen on Carnival Saturday in conjunction with the Senior Tournament competition. All right. So thought that you guys should know that. Now, the next story that we have to tell all you about, we are going to take a trip up to Carriacou, where we can tell you that a 17-year-old boy lost his life on the weekend in Carriacou. He was the passenger of a vehicle that crashed. At the time, it was driven by one of his relatives, Alex Joseph. You know, that's the name of the victim here. He's actually from Lauriston, Carriacou. He's a very good footballer, as it is being reported. Very good footballer, and he played for the Uprisings team for the recently concluded Pure Grenada Cup. You know, reports has it that he died as a result of a punctured liver. One source confided in us that speed was a factor in this incident. One news entity reported that they were testing the speed of the vehicle when it crashed on Saturday morning, sometime in the wee hours of Saturday morning. Yes. We have also been sent some footage from a wake that was held yesterday for him. We would share that with you now. You know, there were family members who were there, and they were, you know, singing the usual hymns and so on, and it was really, if you ask me, a really sad. Let the people rejoice. Oh, come to the Father, to Jesus the Son, and give him the glory. Great things he has done. Great things he has taught us. Great things he has done. We understand that there's a high possibility. We understand that there's a possibility that charges may be laid before the week ends. You know, once speed is a factor and so on, you know. So let's see. We understand that the driver of the vehicle is still nursing injuries as a result of this incident. Again, the driver is said to be one of his relatives, all right, who is still nursing injuries. Again, we understand that charges may be laid against the driver. Folks, that is not the only incident that happened on the weekend in terms of crashes and so on. It was another close call for another person. In fact, let's just go back to that story a bit, because there was something that I wanted to share with you with the previous story that I was just telling you about. I think just so that people can put it into context a bit. This is the vehicle involved in that crash. This picture was taken the morning after the crash, so at least you can get an idea of what the vehicle looked like. All right, here's another image. This one was immediately following the incident. These are two images that was taken immediately following the incident. All right, folks, another incident happened as well. This one in the vicinity of the SSU camp. Now, what we understand is that a biker was injured. The ambulance services and so on was called, and they responded to the incident. Let's take a look at the scene at the moment of the crash.
Back up, let them people do their work. Back up. Listen, hold on. Just get a bus out. Just get a bus out. Just get a bus out from me. Listen, man. Joke, fucking take it to my ass. No joke. Small man, only let the ambulance and them do their work. Not in the week.
They can't move this one. They can't move this one. I think stabilize them. Must stabilize them before you.
Folks, efforts to get an update on the driver, on the rider, sorry, proved futile, but as usual, we are going to continue to try to obtain that. All right? All right, folks, so we are moving on to our next story to tell you about is prominent lawyer has a very prominent lawyer, in fact, has died. He is the husband of Franca Bernardine, Ashley Bernardine. Now, he died on the weekend. We understand that he was ailing for some time, and he eventually passed away. All right, I saw some persons from the legal fraternity expressing sadness and so on social media, and so, you know, Mr. Bernardine is the former president of the Grenada Bar Association. All right, the next story that we need to tell you about, well, it's not really a story, but we need to inform you of it anyway, is that we have something big happening. It's called the Food Fiesta Fridays, and that is happening at the Belmont Estate. So for people who are coming into Grenada, and you are looking for something to do this Friday, this event may be something that you should think about. All right, they do it every Friday, but it's going to be a special one this Friday because it will feature King Ajamo people. They say that this one is one that is for everyone in the family. You can expect local food and drinks. All right, they're talking about the best and also good music. And you know how the cutting edge band usually do it. Yeah, they're giving you real excitement. You can expect the best of Grenada in terms of food. All right, so people, please check out the business. Yes, they have their restaurant there, and I don't know, is there any Grenadian who's never been to Belmont Estate? If you have not, please, all right, please check out the Belmont Estate. You're in Grenadian if you really check out the Belmont Estate, and if you're a foreigner, please go visit the Belmont Estate. There's something for everyone to do. Plantation Creole restaurant, organic marketplace, organic chocolate factory, animals, goat, dairy. They've got tours that you can do as well. So people, enjoy yourself, all right? Enjoy yourself. Go to the business and have a good time. We'll be telling you more about that as time progresses. Hey, you got to big up the staff at Belmont Estate and doing as well. Now, at the weekend, we told you that there was a young girl, who was missing. Now, we are happy to report that she has been found, all right? We were able to contact the police, who said that, yes, she was found and has been reunited with her parents. We're talking about Lexanne Mitchell. She's a 14-year-old from St. Mark, all right? She went missing on Friday. Her parents became worried. The media was contacted. The information was disseminated, and she was subsequently found. We are moving on. How are we looking for time? The next story that we need to tell you about, boys, Sheila Noel. We have a Grenadian. She's actually from Bellevue in St. David. And usually you get these stories coming from Carriacou. For some reason, we have people who go beyond 100, who go beyond 90. Somehow they always come from Carriacou. This time, this woman hails from Bellevue, St. David, and she's celebrating her 100th birthday. Let's wish her all the best. Sheila, you have made Mikey live. Congratulations, whatever you did to stay alive for so long, you're able to sit up and so on and still recognize and talk, then you have done well. So happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you. Happy birthday to you. May the good Lord bless you. Stick to your day job, you know. You're making yourself shame for sure. Happy birthday, Sheila. Happy birthday. Anyway, so folks, 100 ain't no easy accomplishment. So we have to say big up to her and her family, you know, for making sure that she's alive. We just check out the thing. Another thing that we have to tell you about, folks, for the next few days from now until Thursday, we will be giving away free tickets to the major carnival events. We're talking about Queen Show, Groovy Monarch, Soca Monarch, you know, the things that people want to go to. We will be doing that. All right. In some cases, we may just choose a random winner. In other cases, we would ask a question, but you will have to be on the program on that particular day for you to know exactly how it is that you will win your free ticket. All right. And then again, if you are a loyal viewer, then chances are that you may just, all right. You may just, like tonight, I'm just going to say, okay, Neki, you have just won yourself a free ticket to the Queen Show on Thursday. All right, Neki, you have just won yourself a free ticket to the Queen Show. You are also a loyal fan of Mikey Live. Just like that, you have won yourself a free ticket. No questions asked, ticket is yours. If you are not in Grenada and wish to hand that over to a friend, a family member, a loved one, then by all means, your ticket is yours to do whatever you want to do with it. All right, folks. And the free ticket, this free ticket today comes to compliments one of our loyal viewers. That's Patsy. All right, because Patsy, let me oh, I wonder if I have a picture. I'll get a picture of Patsy for you tomorrow. If you too would like to contribute a free ticket to a Grenadian, feel free to send me a message and we can organize that for you. All right, how are we looking for time? No, folks, the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, is a former government minister. You know what? I don't go in there. Hold on. Back up, Mikey. 34 accidents, they say. I need to go to that story before I jump boat and plane to go to Barbados. Let me stay back to say, hold on, I forget to tell all you. I forget. 34 road traffic incidents between Friday, yesterday Friday, and Monday, yesterday Monday. People, 3-4. And that is according to stats provided by the police to the media. We're talking about 34. Listen to what I'm telling you now. 34 between Friday gone, and yesterday. In your beautiful Grenada, if you find that making any sense, you could tell me. And this is the victim of the latest crash, Alex. Of all the accidents, one fatality. This young man, 17 years old, Carriacou. Now, Carriacou doesn't have the best roads. Yeah, it's all right, but they don't have the best roads. They don't always have these kind of accidents. Drink some water in the program. I do not know the last time Carriacou had a road fatality. I can't remember. They found this guy died in a vehicle last year, I believe it was, about a year or so ago. But that was not an accident like that. He had some other medical condition. So that doesn't count. All right? It's not like the vehicle crashed or anything. So that doesn't count. Carriacou hasn't had a road fatality in a while. But being that as it may, 34 accidents for the state of Grenada, which includes Carriacou and Petit Martinique. You tell me if that's making any sense. And we have the scars to show this young man. There were some more serious than others. There were some more serious than others. But you tell me. There was another serious one in Calivini, I think it was. In Calivini. Another serious one in Calivini too. Police, they are saying as well that you find more of the accidents happening the western, not what am I saying? It's from the southern to the eastern sides of the island. So from the south, Valley, come up to St. David's area. Did you guys get to see these vehicles that was shown from St. Vincent on the weekend? It's too late for me to pull it up now. But maybe I'll get it for you tomorrow. You tell me if it makes any sense. We have public vehicles. When I say we, Caribbean, because one place. Public transportation system, vehicles within the public transportation system, racing each other and recording it. Racing each other and recording it. 34 people. You do the math. 34 people. And I keep repeating it because it must sink in. 34 is no easy number. We have to do better. You know, we have to do better. We must do better. So to all the drivers, this is an appeal. Yes, we are getting closer and closer to Carnival, but what's the point in racing and behaving in the kind of funny business? And at the end of the day, it costs your life. Or you endanger some other person, you take their life, well, you go into jail. You ain't no if, no but, you going to jail. You understand? It don't make no sense, people. You understand? So, yeah. In other words, we could do better. All right? In other words, we could do better. The God don't making no sense. And somebody's saying that when you race, where you're racing to go? Really and truly, Grenada is so small. Where is you really going? St. Vincent's so small. Where is you going? Yeah? Right. Folks, we're moving on. Just needed to remind you of that. Now the next story that we have to tell you about, we're taking a trip. We're going to Barbados. Right? Barbados. Former government minister Donville Innes. He has been arrested and charged in the United States, people. Don't push me now. Let me read the story. Don't rush me. And I took this one from Barbados today. I don't want to rewrite nothing. We don't reinventing the wheel from Barbados today. You understand? They say that they got the details. They actually spoke to officials at the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office in Florida who confirmed this. You understand? They say he had to be with some bribes. Yeah? They say he was criminally charged with laundering bribes. Yeah? Huh. Now he served as Minister of Industry, International Business, Commerce, and Small Business Development in the last administration. Well, they lost elections. They lost it on May 24th, the general election. They clean sweep, whitewash, kinda, you know. So according to reports, he was arrested over the weekend. They say he was released on bail. You understand? The prosecutor said in the indictment that in 2015 and 2016, he engaged in a scheme to take about $36,000 in bribes from high-level executives of an unnamed Barbadian insurance company. In exchange, they said, Innes used his position as a government minister to help the insurer secure 2 government contracts. You telling me? Now the prosecutor said Innes, who is 52, concealed the nature of the bribes by receiving them through a dental company and a bank located in Elmont, New York, under the guise of payments for consulting services. They say he is a legal, permanent resident of the United States, lived in Florida and Barbados at the time of the payments. That's according to the prosecutors. I never hear that yet. But hold on. That could just be a drop in the bucket because he's not the only politician involved in that kind of business. And that kind of business doesn't only exist in Barbados, just to get that out of the way. Some people go get caught and some won't. Like you have one, what's that one name, boy? Here, what's his name again? Okay, I'll leave that dog there. Next thing I'll look, gonna assassinate me. Leave that dog there, and I'll be there. We don't go out and get assassinatement. You know, that's my word. Not assassinated, assassinatement. Okay. Would you imagine this? Let's leave that story there. But there's this other story that I was monitoring, boy. I think it was from the Associated Press. Let me put up a picture for you. Let me show the man's face first. And then I will tell you what is he seeing, boy. What is he seeing with he, boy? Alright? What is he seeing, boy? From the Associated Press. Authorities say that a man suspected of fatally stabbing his 2 children has been hospitalized after police found him with a self-inflicted gunshot wound in his car. That happened in Houston. Right? He's 61 years old. Jean Pierre. All right? They say he was taken to a hospital in stable condition on Sunday after authorities found him. They say with a wound. You understand? But they say he's expected to survive. They say they began searching for him on Saturday shortly after his estranged wife found their 8-year-old son. Listen to that, people. They ate there, so that he's the father of the children and his wife. 8-year-old son and 1-year-old daughter dead at their home. Yeah? Now, police say that the mother dropped off the children for a visitation with their father, but he later called to tell her the children were dead. She found the bodies and called police. Eh? People, you don't hear what's going on. So visitation time. Eh? Visitation time. Drop off the children to the father for visitation. 8-year-old son and 1-year-old daughter. And the boy called them people and tell them people the children dead. They say he killed them. And then he tried to kill himself. What kind of thing is that? Are they find out making any sense at all? That's the kind of world we live in. That's the kind of world we live in. Folks, that's it right there. Huh? That's the kind of world we're living in. Tomorrow, God's willing, we're going to be giving away some Soca Monarch tickets. I'm planning to give more than one ticket away tomorrow, God's willing. So guys, you can look forward to that. More than one ticket, all right? So for going forward, we'll be giving away 2 tickets per night. We take a short break and we have the national report. I would like to encourage you to please, if you have not yet done so, share the program.
Does your laundry detergent safe for washing machines? Clace. A clean home is a Clace home.
Stove broke down? At Quartz, we've got one for you. Or how about a bigger TV to binge watch your favorite show? Family game night is more fun with one of the sets we've got. Or take your home fitness to the next level and find the perfect mattress to help you rest better. Plus, you can shop now and win $5,000. At Quartz, we've got it all. Well, maybe not everything.
For Spice Moss 2018, welcome for the first time in Grenada, the Fete of all fetes, Waggy Tea Premium All-Inclusive Fete, Thursday, August 9th, Rex Lawn, the only fete where everyone is a VIP, featuring the band Solid, Short 3,
Best part of the road, best part of the street,
Boise,
straight from the jet
Dash, Wussways, Inspector, and the world's #1 soca band, Test the Band, featuring Kess. Early bird tickets $300. General admission $350. This fete will be more than a movie. Sponsors: Johnny Walker, Ciroc, Hennessy, Machio, Campari, Clark's Court, Carib, Netherlands Insurance, Steele's Auto, Go to Fete, Mikey Live, Grenadian by Rex, and Waggy T Reynolds and Sound Company. Thursday, August 9th.
Look up now! Watch up now! My name is Jalen Olive, better known as Boise, better known as the Madras, your cultural ambassador, 4-time Soca Monarch of Grenada, 2 times OECS Monarch and 2 times Road Match, inviting you to Spice Mass 2018. This will be the one to experience. Well, Carnival Friday night is the biggest night because guess what? 1 stage, 1 night, 2 competitions, Groovy and Power. And guess what? Your artist may be the one. You never know. Come out and see who take the title. Foreigners come down to see it. Enough vibes, enough energy. Rag, flag, bandanas. It's pandemonium on that night, so you don't know. I mean, I will be defending on that night, so make sure and be there. Carnival Friday night, so come on. Number 5. John! They put your hand up in the air. Flag up in the air. Put the flag up in the air. Put the flag up in the air. Put the one.
Final Stop Auto Sales and Rentals, located in Mungay, St. George, is your final stop for all your auto sales and rentals. We sell a wide variety of used cars in mint condition for the best price on the market. We sell all the popular makes and models of vehicles. If we don't have it, we'll order it for you. Or, do you have a vehicle that you want to ship to Grenada? Then we'll do that for you. And if you need a vehicle for a few days, we also rent vehicles, both short and long term. See us today, located next to the Deco Service Center, or call 410-7475 or 422-9615. Final Stop Auto Sales and Rentals, Grenada's best.
This summer, get your mind and body in shape as the National Stadium Gym presents Posse, the Carnival Workout Program. Beginning Monday, 2nd July and goes until August 10th, 2018. 3 days a week, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. 1 hour of high-intensive workout. Registration fee, $30 per person. Groups of 5 persons or more pay $25 per person. Of course, you and your group can represent with your own t-shirts. Prizes to be won. Most weight or inches lost. Most consistent attendees. Best physique and the largest groups. There will be lots of giveaways and items on sale by various sponsors. And on Thursdays, we showcase a DJ and artists to end the week with a blast. Posse, the National Stadium Gym Carnival Workout Program. Get fit, stay fit, have fun, sweat, and lose weight.
In the future, things will be different. Very different. Many things will defy gravity in front of your very eyes. Deep in the future, things will go up and never come down. Only in the future. Presenting Futuristic from Klaxcoat, amazing colors. The future is here. The future is now. Monday Night Mass will never be the same. In the future, with amazing colors.
All right, folks, and it is now time for the National Report.
Children's Carnival Frolic postponed to Carnival Monday, August 13th. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the National Report, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. After heavy rains forced the postponement of the Children's Carnival Frolic from its original date of Saturday, August 4th to Saturday, August 11th, a decision has been taken to postpone it yet again. Mr. Hira Vivek, the CCF representative for Spice Mass, says Children's Carnival Frolic will now be held on Monday, August 13th, a decision taken by the Board of Directors in consultation with stakeholders. Part of the reason for this decision, she says, is that it will be difficult for carnival organizers to be adequately prepared for Kiddies Carnival if held on Saturday, having worked all night at Soca Monarch.
So on Monday, pageant, you would see the CCF part, the mass part of the CCF being held from 11 a.m. However, the pan part of CCF would remain on Saturday together with the senior panorama. That starting time, however, would be 1 p.m. for the junior part of it. On Monday, we have, as we know, 2 parts. Our CCF part would start at 11 a.m. It would begin with the traditional part where they go directly to the stage, not on the road, and then the fancy would start after. The little kids would parade on the street, and then we would take it from the street to the stage. When that is finished, we hoping once it's timed properly and everybody play their role, that we should start the second part, of which would be the adult part, roughly around 2 p.m.
Cabinet has recently approved the sale of Crown lands to 181 residents of Carriacou and Petite Martinique who were allotted parcels of land 10 years ago. Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs, the Honourable Kindra Mathurin Stewart, says the sale of small lots of Crown land was approved by government back in 2008, but there were some issues that resulted in a delay in them receiving the lands. During the March 13th election campaign, Minister Mathurin Stewart promised a full investigation into the matter and is happy that there is finally some closure. However, she says due to various issues, allotments in Harvey Vale and Airport Road, Lauriston, were not approved.
As it relates to Harvey Vale, the land earmarked for subdivision was deemed to be unsuitable by the expert for subdivision, having regards to the topography and other related concerns. As it relates to Behind Sands, this area is earmarked to facilitate the future expansion and improvement of the airport road and the airport itself. As a result, we are in the process of identifying alternative areas for the affected persons who are still interested in acquiring Crown lands.
Minister Mathurin Stewart says those who have been approved can now take possession of the land and have the proper titles for them.
With respect to the approved persons, very soon you will be contacted by officials from the Ministry of Carriacou to inform you of the date and time and place to collect your letters of approval and to commence ownership of your lot of land. I want to emphasize that this is just the beginning and that I am aware that there are many other persons who have applied to purchase Crown lands outside of those who were approved in 2008. Rest assured that this is a continuous process and your applications are being considered.
This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Carnival Saturday night, Panorama is back at the National Stadium. Spice Mass Corporation and the Grenada Steel Bands Association present Panorama Showdown 2018. Bigger, better, and ready for the stage. 9 big bands: Pan Usher, Republic Bank, Angel Heart, Digicel Florida All-Stars, Melody Warriors, Rainbow City All-Stars, Koyaba New Dimensions, Suzuki Food Fear, Pan Wizards, Grand Roy Pan Angels, and 2016 champions Flo Comancheros. Over 1,000 players and a full stadium, rhythm sections, guest performances, and giveaways all night. Carnival Saturday night, August 11th, showtime 7 p.m. Tickets $40 adults, children $10. Panorama Showdown 2018. Carnival Saturday night. Pan is back.
Continuing the news following last Wednesday's heavy rains, which resulted in flooding and landslides in different parts of the country, and the declaration of St. David and St. George as disaster areas, the Ministry of Agriculture has toured some of the farms that suffered heavily as a result of the rains. Details from Jerry Malcolm.
Less than 48 hours after the Intertropical Convergence Zone dumped several inches of rain on Grenada, causing widespread flooding in low-lying areas and inflicting severe damage to crops in parts of St. David, a delegation from the Ministry of Agriculture, headed by Agriculture Minister Yolande Bain Hosford, was in the field, assessing the extent of damage and looking for ways to help affected farmers.
This is Mr. Calro's farm in Calivini, and what happened, the water, the bridge, a lot of debris came down, so the bridge was blocked, so the water came up and it back up, and the water came in, and most of the farmers in the area got damaged. Mr. Calro's planted 30 trays of watermelon they bearing. He was harvesting already, and as you see, he lost everything. The cattle pen, some of it were damaged, and a lot of the irrigation lines also, they washed away and they were damaged. Some of the farmers in the area, they lost their pump, like Mr. Errol Collins, Miss Jessie Collins, and Mr. Darren Lewis. Most of them, they lost their pumps and stuff like that. So it was, the area was pretty much devastated.
Most of the lines gone in the river, and that plot up there, there was a plot of lettuce that was 1 day old, so all that gone out, and then there's this, so.
This plot there, we had a young piece of melon we planted out 3 weeks ago. It's all washed out. If you see, all the irrigation lines has come, so with the wash of water.
This Lassages farmer escaped the rage of the nearby river which had overflowed its banks. But like many others, her crops did not.
In the morning I came down, and then I was helping her with the potato, and then the rain started to fall, and then it got trapped.
We were picking up the potatoes, and Mr. Peter's wife called him and telling that the vehicle's turning around up the road. So he said that the bridge may be blocked. So by the time we could leave with the potato to come up, we leave 2 crates there. We went up because we have some for marketing the Thursday. So by the time we could leave to go up, the water started gushing down. So the more further we go up, is more the water come down. So thank God Mr. Peters was there to help us.
The MNIB is doing its part in assisting affected farmers with produce to harvest.
Our hearts at Marketing Board go out to the farmers who are affected by the rainfall, and hence I'm here, to follow up with Mr. Peters and to follow up with the other farmers who are affected, and lend aid in the sense of buying their produce.
So too is the Ministry of Agriculture.
We'll do the reports and we'll look at it from the ministry standpoint, and based on the severity of the reports, we can bring some into cabinet so that we can give some support to the farmers.
Minister Horsford said government is pursuing the setting up of the long talked about crop insurance scheme, which once established will bring relief to farmers affected by natural disasters.
It's a regional program, it's not just Grenada. It's a regional program, but if you don't show interest and if you don't work along with the persons who are pushing that forward FAO, and so it will remain just the way it is. But in Grenada, I think we are making progress. I think some of the farmers understand. I think they understand the importance of it. There's still some that we're still talking with to try to get them to understand. And I think they have to design this insurance in such a way that you can, get everybody on board.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
All right, so thank you very much, Leslie, and the others at the Government Information Service for the National Report, folks. That's where we're wrapping up for tonight. Let's say good night to some people. All right, let's say good night to some people on the program. We want to say hello to Jilma, Listra, Zaka, Allah, Nika, Trevelin, Suzette, Hazel. Yeah, tomorrow we're going to have some more tickets to give away. We'll be giving away 2 Soca Monarch tickets. And I hope that the loyals will be there because, yeah. All right, well, you know how it goes. Shireen, Ezran. Shireen, I see you winning a ticket, Yeah, your name written all over one of the tickets, I think, We have to try and see. All right, Spiky, Vibes. You're here for a free ticket, Spiky? Not think so. Kireen, Daniel, Shauna, Angel, Brenda, Naomi. Yes, we now making a report record, Allah. Just now, and now going up to all 500 and thing, and I'm telling all you, right now, and now trending, Oh, Allah working for her ticket. Allah is the ambassador. Yeah. Oh, I might have to give away a Spice Addiction ticket too. I may have to give away a Spice Addiction ticket. I think I have some Spice Addiction tickets right there. If I'm not mistaken. So, and if you too want to sponsor a ticket, just feel free to hit me up, right? Yeah, we want to make sure that our people are proud. Sorry, what am I saying? We want to make sure that our people are happy and are able to attend some of the events, all right? Ronisha, Tammy, Brenda, and all the others. Blessings. Okay, we getting once we're in the program and we get messages, we're taking it one time because we do not know what these messages are going to be saying, right? So if it's a breaking news item or so, then we want to give it to you. This is today's results. All right, so okay, so thank you very much. The women's results for today's game: St. Vincent and the Grenadines 0, Grenada 5, and we're talking about the CONCACAF Women's Under 15 Championship. All right, somebody thought I should have been more detailed. So Grenada was 5, St. Vincent and the Grenadines 0. All right, thank you very much, Jeffrey, for that bit of information right there. All right, and that's what it is, That's the nature of news. and should be the nature of news. You get the information one time, let it come, let it come, let it come. You know what I mean? So have no fear. Mikey Live is here to stay. Yeah, it's here to stay. We're going to continue to use technology to our advantage. And of course, it's going to be about information, information, information. Our aim is to make sure that you hear it here first. Credible information, not just about speed, but it's also going to be about credibility. We're going to make sure that Mikey Live has it first. Yes, and has it reliably. And when it comes to credibility, we want to make sure that we maintain that as well. All right. So we got something else here from the Barbados Prime Minister responding to accusations. Okay. We'll take that. We'll do that another because that's a Bajan story there. All right. So folks, blessings, and we're gonna touch base again tomorrow, God's willing. Don't forget, we'll be giving away some tickets. Yeah. All right. We'll be giving away some tickets. I see. Oh, let's see messages, boy. Let me see. Okay. So some people. All right. All these are results and stuff like that. So all these are results. Thank you very much. All right. So we're gonna touch base with that next time. Guys, have a good one. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we all say, Ja, no. Big up to all the people. Don't forget, tomorrow we come back. We give some tickets tomorrow, God's willing. If you want to sponsor a ticket, link me. We go do that business. And this is how we're going to be rolling. All right, guys. So take care of yourselves and your family. And remember that I love you and I really appreciate you all the time. Never underestimate how I feel about you. 5 again, 4 again, 3 again, 2 again, 1. God bless you. Have a good night. Goodbye.